Hello friends of Sudoku and welcome to an expert puzzle by País. I'm recording this on February 29, but I will upload it for later publication for one of those days when I'm unable to otherwise record. So let's get started. There's a couple of sevens blocking 6 squares here, and we have a 7 blocking here, so the 7 must go here. Let's see, we have a 6 blocking here and a 6 blocking down here. So here's a 6. This 6 in turn blocks up. This still blocks down. We got this 6 blocking across here. So here's a 6. 2 6s blocking 2 squares. A 6 and a 6 blocking here. 6 goes here. And the last 6 for this puzzle must go here. That was pretty painless. A 1 and a 7 must go in 2 of these squares. We got a 7 blocking across here, so it's clear that one of these is a 7. We got a 1 blocking here and a 1 blocking here and a 1 blocking here. So one of these is a 1 blocking down. So one of these must be a 1. And I think we have a 1 for row 1 now, because this 1 blocks up. This one blocks across. One of these is a 1 blocking up. This one blocks up. This one blocks over. So a 1 goes here. These two 1s block across like so. So here's a 1. The 9 blocks here. Here's a 9. And here we're looking for a 3, 4, and an 8. 3, 4, 8. Don't know what to do about that, but a 4 now must go here or here, and an 8 here or here. 3? I don't know. We only have the 1, 3 in the grid so far. But we can enter a 7 here now, because these two 7s block everything else in block 3. So here comes the 7. Now we have 7s like so, blocking these squares. So here's a 7. A 4 must go here, because these two 4s block here, and this 4 blocks here. So a 4 for row 9 has got to go in this position. Now it's clear that an 8 must go here or here, because this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks here, and this 8 blocks here. So for column 9, an 8 has got to go in one of these two squares. 2 blocks across. We got to have a 2 here or here. I think I said that we also need an 8 in one of these two squares, didn't we? Because one of these is an 8 and this 8 blocks across. So we got 8 and 2 blocking across. So 8 and 2 go here. Therefore, this must be a 3. And these must be 5 and 3. We can solve those because the 3 blocks up, giving me a 5 and a 3 like so. 4 and 9 here. 2 and 5 here. And that tells me, because this 2 blocks here, that one of these 3 must be a 2. Since we found the 3 here, we see that it blocks down. This 3 blocks up. So a 3 has got to go here. Besides the 2 that we need for one of these squares, we also need an 8 for the same 3 squares, because these two 8s block here and here. It seems to me that a 9 must go in one of these squares along with a 5. And here's why. Let's take the 5 first. The 5 here blocks across, giving me a 5 here or here. So these squares are blocked from being a 5. So a 5 must go here, here, or here. Now let's have a look at the 9s. A 9 blocks up and down. A 9 must go here or here. We also have a 9 blocking here. So a 9 must go in one of these squares along with a 5. And apart from the 5 and a 9, we also need to find a 2 and an 8 for the row. But before we get to that, let's look at the 4 blocking down, giving me a 4 here or here, and therefore here, here, or here. But these two 4s block these two squares, so 4 must go here. A 9 must go here or here because this 9 blocks down. So we're going to have a 9 either here or here. And this must be a 7 or a 9 because we need a 2, 7, 8, 9 for these squares. We got a 2, 8 here, so this is a 7, 9. But I think I found a 5. And we start by looking again at these 4 squares. This must be a 2 or an 8, and this must be a 2 or an 8. Because we know that a 2 and an 8 for column 2 have got to go here, here, or here. And since this is a 2 or an 8, we need another pair of 2 or an 8, and they can't go here or here. So these two squares are 5 and 9. And this is a 2 and an 8. So none of these can be 5s because we have 5 here or here. And we have a 5 also blocking this square. So we know that this is a 5. This 5 blocks across. These two 5s block down. So we have ourselves 5 here. A 2 and a 7 for these squares. The 2 blocks down. Here is a 7. Here is a 2. Now we resolve the 2, 8 we had here. We also know that one of these had to be an 8 blocking down. This 8 now also blocks down. So we have an 8 here. The 1 blocks down here. So here's a 1, which blocks across. This 1 and this 1 block down. Here's a 1. 7 and 7. 7 blocks over. We have a 7 here and therefore a 9 here and here. We know that these are 5 and 9. Therefore the 9 goes here and the 5 here. These two 5s block up. This 5 blocks across. We have a 5 here. We know that these must be a 3, 4, and an 8. That leaves only one square to figure out here, and that must be a 2, which blocks down here, giving me a 2 for this position and a 3 for this. This 3 blocks across, so now we have a 3 here. These were 9 and 4, I believe, yes. So the 9 now blocks up, giving me a 4 here and a 9 here. 4 blocks down, 4 and 4 block over, 4 here. 2, 8, 2, 8. Therefore, 1, 3. Can we solve those? I think not yet. 2, 8 and 2, 8 here. And a 1, 9 here. So clearly we have to look elsewhere, but in this sheet here to find the next number. Let's try here, a 4 and a 5. We have more luck with those because the 5 blocks down, so here's a 4 and here is a 5, which now forces a 5 into this position. 4 blocks up and up. Here's a 4. These are now 3 and 8. The 3 blocks up. Here is the 8. Here is the 3. 8 blocks down and up, here is another 8. Now we know that this is not a 2, 8 anymore, it's just a 2, and this is an 8, and this is a 2, and this is an 8. A lonely square here has got to be a 9. That gives me a 9 here, and a 1 here, and a 1 here, and this, I think I remember, was a 3. Yes. Now a 3 goes here, and a 2 finishes the puzzle here. That's it. Thank you for watching, and please come back for more soon. Bye for now.